I've been thinking about what makes my approach to working with students and working with educators unique in this world of academic coaching. And one of the things that I think I actually do differently than many, many other executive function educators out there is I have focused all of my processes on what it means to learn by doing. Not just sitting back and hearing, but actually to get into action quickly, even if that action is imperfect action. And so I want to talk today what learning by doing looks like for these 4 different types of people who I spend time with. For students, for example, learning by doing means picking quickly in our coaching practice, picking a new behavior, a new action, no matter how small, trying it out in our lives, and then experimenting, measuring it. You might have learned that word titrating in the last video by tracking that specific habit over time. That's for students. Parents, what does it mean to learn by doing? Often I see parents trying to change their students' behavior, but not really working on what do they need to change inside themselves. And so parents, I love to see you learning how your student can be more effective by actually you choosing what behavior, probably a behavior in how you communicate to your student, are you willing to shift and have you take that on. It's amazing when you change something inside yourself, how often it has an impact in another person. And I love to see parents doing their own self-work in this regard. Speaking of which, educators who take my course, The Art of Inspiring Students, I like to see you all trying out the toolkit in your own learning. I see too many adults who try to just take an online course and like suck it on up, but without actually trying and experimenting with these habits in their own lives. So for example, when you're taking my course, the way you take your own notes is crucial. If you don't take notes well, how do you expect your students to be able to slow down and be patient enough to take notes? So I love pushing educators to learn by doing, and I've structured the course around that. And then finally, people who come into my world to build their own academic coaching businesses. What does it look like for you? And this is actually something that I really do differently than all the other programs that I've seen out there, to actually learn the marketing skills while you're also learning and practicing the coaching skills. Many coaching programs out there teach you how to be an academic coach first, and then teach you how to build your business. But I see people having much more success when they actually build the basic foundations of their business and then actually learn how to coach by coaching paying clients. It's an arguable process, but I have seen great success in the people who come into my programs there. So this learning by doing is so important. And I'd love to ask those of you who are hanging with me in this video to reflect, where in your life are you hesitant to actually do? Do you spend more time thinking about rather than actually doing? And how can you get into commit to get into action around it? Even if it's action that's imperfect, that looks bad, that's sloppy, I'm about to swear, even if you think you might fuck it up, right? Even then, how can you get into action? Because it's in the doing that we learn best and we create more success for ourselves. I would love to answer any questions you might have about learning by doing in any of these different categories. And the way I can answer those questions best is live and in person with my whiteboards in a Zoom room. So you can find me and our incredible community of students and educators and parents. If you go to my website, gretchenwagner.com/live, and that's when you'll get the date for our next live. If you're not quite ready to show up in person, but you want to figure out how to take a next action for yourself and learn by doing, if you do /action guide, you'll get my study skills action guide. If you do /gears, you'll get my list of time management actions you can take. If you do /regulation, you can get my freebie all around how to work on your own emotional self-regulation. And there's one more I have forgotten to put on this list, so I am adding it right now. This is for you parents, actually, and for educators as well. If you go to /consent, you'll learn my very simple structure for how to build consent language into how you talk to students and parents. Specifically, that is where you can learn by putting some of my suggestions from the /consent free gift into action immediately tonight, today, in fact. So good luck, everybody. I wish you an amazing year of learning by doing. I look forward to supporting you in that. And I will also see you next Wednesday for the video and at the next live in person. Take care.